I want to say this for Donald Trump, who I may well be voting to impeach over the next year or two. But wait. I want to say this. I want to say this for Donald Trump, because you can find it online. He has said several times in questions about health care that we need health care for everybody. Look it up. I'm not kidding you. He has said we need a universal plan.
So you said you anticipate you may one day vote to impeach him. What would be the charges?
Well, right now, it looks pretty obvious that he's on a collision course with the emoluments clause, because he has refused to divest himself of tens or hundreds of millions of dollars of business interests he has around the world doing business with foreign governments. And the emoluments clause is basically a foreign bribery clause, and it says that no elected official, either a member of Congress or the President of the United States, can accept a gift, an emolument, or any payment at all from a foreign government. And he just simply refuses to accept that reality. So if he goes into office, he refuses to divest himself. The moment that the first conflict comes up, that's going to look like an impeachable offense, at least to this professor of constitutional law.
So what if he makes the argument, this deal that I made with this country is good for me and my sons and my family and my business, but it's also good for America, therefore there's no conflict?
Yeah, the reason that we have a Constitution of the United States is because we believe in the rule of law, and it's not all about what he thinks he can get away with the 36 or 38% of the people who support him. The vast majority of people don't support him, but even if they did, it wouldn't make any difference if he's violating the Constitution of the United States. I'm willing to accept that Donald Trump is the victor in the Electoral College, and so he has a narrow constitutional legitimacy. He has no moral legitimacy. He has no political legitimacy. And they've got to understand that they are swimming upstream because the majority of the American people are against them.
So will you be attending the inauguration?
I had planned to attend the inauguration because I view it as part of my constitutional duty to be there. But I'm going to wait and see what's happening, because I was very unhappy with what President-elect Trump said about John Lewis, who's a true American hero.
I just started a new job 2 weeks ago. And thank you very much. And
I told the story about going in on my first day, and I didn't have a computer and I didn't have business cards. I hadn't even gotten my voting card yet, but I got health insurance on that first day. The members of Congress had guaranteed that they would get health care, and there was a long line of them out there, including a bunch of new Republican freshmen. And I said to myself, are these guys going to actually accept health care as part of their job and then go out on the floor of the House of Representatives and vote to strip millions of people of their health insurance coverage? To my mind, there can be no repeal of the Affordable Care Act without a replacement, and the only suitable replacement is an expansion of the Affordable Care Act, or really a single-payer plan that gives everybody in America health care. We are the richest society that has ever existed, and we can afford health care for all of our people the way that Canada does, the way that Mexico does, the way that most of the countries in Europe do. Every voter should write to every Democratic senator to say, you must hold the line. And then the Republicans who are going to be up for re-election must be faced by large groups of people wherever they go saying, don't dismantle the Affordable Care Act and don't attack the health security of the American population.